Okay. In this part, we take out King Calamari, the guy I couldn't put in the last fight because this took me 7 minutes to do. Well, 14 seconds shy of 8 minutes. It was really depressing it took me this long to beat him, but this is just one of those, you really can't get through it much faster than that unless you spam fire bombs and ice bombs and rock candies. Which, I did use rock candy in an earlier battles because I was tired of messing with all the enemies. But I got a freebie out of that, I got lucky there. No, save your rock candies for later boss battles. You're going to need them. Super Jump, very effective on the tentacles. Now, the tentacles have two main forms of attack. They will, of course, slap you, and then they will do, well, I think it's going to happen in this next turn, I think. But they will basically grab you and throw you up, throw a character out of battle, and it's not usable. And if the tentacles somehow defeat you, I do believe it's a game over. Yeah, that's it right there. And your character comes down in fear status if they do not have the accessory to defend against it. Tentacles aren't too tough, but you have to go through 2 sets of them by themselves, and then you have another battle with them, but this time King Calamari is right behind them. So yeah, if you can't figure out, these are the Squid's tentacles. It kind of sounds weird saying tentacles without affiliating hentai in some shape, form, or fashion. Let's not get into that. We might have younger viewers here who have no idea what that is, and are probably better off not knowing what that is. Yeah, I'll give you a quick overview of my stats and equipment. Nothing too extravagant. If anything, I'm kind of under-leveled for this, but I do level up a little bit more before I face off with Johnny. You know, it looks like I'm doing rather well, but I just didn't like the fact that those things were dragging me up like every turn, and it was just really annoying me. And I'm going to shamelessly drink some beer while I watch this, since I have nothing else to say. Much better. Okay, I would really highly recommend you use Toadstool for this one. You can use Froggy Drinks, Elixirs, Mega Elixirs, or whatever if you want. But those do not cure status effects, so Group Hug is really where it's at in this one. Well, I should do pretty good super jumping here. I was actually worried the video would go to 10 minutes if I actually super jump properly. I wasn't going to stop. I was going to try to go to 100. See, that's just what aggravates me a lot about this boss fight. It's not so much, I mean, and for whatever reason they drop them down like a second later rather than keep them up there for a turn or something. I've never really had that happen. They've always waited a turn before returning them to me. I'm low on FP. I think I do end up giving a Geno boost to Mario, even though he's already been boosted, but I didn't know if he got drug up that if the effects were still on or if they went away, so I just used another one there just in case. I did group hug anyway, just for the status effect thing, and Well, I should have just really done therapy, but I was just, for whatever reason, really lazy and didn't feel like hitting up on my joypad. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I do not get sound from my emulator when I record this. And even though Super Jump is really more or less time on the position of Mario on the screen, I kind of almost rely on the sound of it, so I can just like time the seconds between the last time he hit and got off. So yeah, I couldn't really do much better whether or not it was on or off, so no excuses for me, I just suck. Yeah, Peach can be remarkably effective with Geno Boost. Yeah, there we go. I just basically wasted a turn here, but I just wanted to make sure. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I am going to try to use different teams. Team combinations, that is. I mostly use Mario, Bowser, and Geno, just simply because they hit very, very hard. And Geno, he has that Geno whirl, which will be shown in the next video, I promise. Which I may upload in another hour or so, if I can get around to it. But you're going to see why everyone wants to use Geno and why everyone rushes to get him to, I believe, level 11 is when you learn it. But that attack does just not work on bosses. It works on one boss that I know of, and it does not work on the treasure chest enemies as far as I know, because I tried it against Hedon in a previous recording and I couldn't get it. I timed it right, and I've tried multiple times using save states, but I just could not get it right. So it obviously could not be done against them. Well, Toadstool's not really that effective against Calamari himself, so just keep that in mind. He's really there for the healing. Yeah, I ran out of FP. I just want to Super Jump to finish him off, but there he goes. Well, that's it. Next episode, we will cover Jonathan Jones. This is the end of part 6. Hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, subscribe. This is Lloyd Magnus, and I am out.